Sierra Huddleston, Boss Heart Realty. Okay, so you want to be a realtor. You want to be a realtor. What do you need to know? Boom, boom, boom. Let's do this. The first thing you need to know that as a realtor, there are some misconceptions. For example, everybody's like, oh, it's just so much fun to show houses. I just love houses, so it's just going to be so much fun and wonderful. Yes, showing houses is fun, but that is a very small percentage of what we do. We do a lot of work that is not about just showing houses. So if that is the only part of the job you think you're going to do, you might want to think about some things. We do a lot of paperwork. We do a lot of research. We do a lot of marketing, those kinds of things. So that you're owning a business. So you're running an entire business. So a lot of your time is taken up with running that business. So time. People are like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have all the time in the world. I'm leaving my 9 to 5. So time, yes. When you are the owner of a business, people think, oh, that means I don't have to be there. That actually means you're there 24/7. You will have people calling you at 7 in the morning. You're going to have people calling you at 10 o'clock at night. You set up that work home balance yourself. But those first few times, man, you'll take anything that comes. And, again, sometimes that happens late at night. Sometimes it happens early in the morning. So you do have a flux schedule, but you don't exactly have all the time that you want in the world. Think about when people want to go look at houses. They want to look at houses in the evenings after work. They want to look at houses on the weekends. So if you love that family time of every evening and every weekend, that gets tough. So I like to prepare you so that you know. The other thing is money. People are like, oh, I just, sell houses. It's kind of like standing on the street and selling watermelons. Not quite the same thing. You really have to build a clientele. You're really building a base of customers, and so that takes time. A lot of realtors don't make money their first 6 months. Any business really that you're building, you are an entrepreneur. You are building a whole business. You're building a brand. It's going to take time, and most businesses do not make a lot of money their first 2 years. Is this a lucrative business? Absolutely. I remember my first December as a realtor, I made as much as a teacher does in like 4 or 5 months, and I was just like, in just 1 month, which was like, that was really insane to me to think that. And if you're used to that steady paycheck and you love that, this is a different animal. There are months when you make a lot of money, and there are months when you don't make as much. And so you need to have a good budget. You need to have a good balance, and you need to take those things into consideration. Because you're not making a whole lot of money your first 6 months to a year, you really have to think about, well, what do you have as a backup? Do you have family support? Do you have a partner with a job? Do you have a chunk of savings that you can lean on for a while? A lot of people do a part-time job when they're first starting out. So, for example, I worked at my church, which is wonderful. I worked there for 20 hours, and then I still did another like 60 hours, 40 hours in real estate. So I was working a lot. Again, it paid off. It was amazing and beautiful and wonderful, but it was a lot of work. So don't think that this is just going to be walk in the park. I get to do what I want, Do I wear my fuzzy slippers in the morning for a long time? I do. Do I stay in bed a bit? I do. But it's also been a few years. I've built my client base. I have the most amazing customers on the planet. So these are kind of the things to remember. It is expensive to run your own business. So you were talking, you're going to have membership dues, you're going to have licensing fees, you're going to have fees at your brokerage. So there are fees, but remember, you're investing in yourself. So this is a business that you're building, and I keep repeating that because I need you to have that mindset of, I'm building a business. It's going to take time, it's going to take money, and it's totally going to be worth it, but it's going to be a while. So I hope this helps. Part one of I really, really want to be a real estate agent. Hope it helps. Sierra Huddleston, Boss Realty.